All right, welcome. Today, we are diving into something huge, something we all feel every single day. How in the world do you get your idea heard when everyone is just endlessly scrolling? Well, according to our source material today, the secret might just boil down to one single second. I mean, you know this feeling, right? You've got this brilliant idea, this amazing product, something you know is important, but you feel like you're just screaming into the void. It is so frustrating. But what if that frustration is actually pointing us to a huge opportunity? Whoa. Okay, now that is a bold claim. The idea here is that things have fundamentally changed. We're not reading long articles anymore, we're skipping through 20-minute videos. We have apparently arrived in a totally new era, one where you have a single visual, a single moment to land your entire message.
And when you look at it like this, it's kind of staggering. Our ability to focus on one thing has just shrunk and shrunk. We went from reading deep dive articles to watching long-form videos, and now we barely have the patience for a 30-second short. So where's this all headed? Well, the trend points to one thing: getting the whole idea instantly, in 1 second.
So what does all this mean, really? It means we're in the middle of a full-blown communication crisis. A time where even the most brilliant ideas are just getting drowned out. Let me ask you, does any of this hit home? You're trying to sell more, but it's not working. Or maybe you have this amazing service, but man, it's just so hard to explain. You have too many features, you need to justify your price. The old way of just listing facts just isn't working anymore. The message is getting lost. And this quote from the master Alfred Hitchcock himself is just perfect. It gets right to the heart of the solution. The most powerful communication isn't about telling people something. It's about showing them. It's about making them see it and feel it in an instant. Okay, so if showing is the answer, what's the actual tool? Well, let's meet the hero of our story today. It's called the key visual. And this is the concept that just might solve that whole communication crisis.
And here's what makes a key visual so special. This isn't just about finding a pretty picture. It's not a stock photo. A key visual is a strategic weapon. It is an image engineered, designed from the ground up with one job: to solve a real business problem by making your main idea click in someone's head in 1 second. So how on earth can a single image do all of that heavy lifting? Well, it's all about how our brains work. A great key visual creates what the source calls a creative jump. It basically builds a secret shortcut in the brain, bypassing all the slow, logical stuff and going straight for that instant, intuitive understanding.
Think of it this way. Your logical left brain, that's the part that has to read the manual. It processes facts, figures, and text, and it takes time. It takes effort. But your intuitive right brain, it sees an image, an emotion, and bam, you get it. It's that aha moment. A key visual is designed to make that leap happen instantly. Okay, that's enough theory. It sounds good, but let's see what this actually looks like out in the wild. I've got a couple of really great examples that show just how powerful this can be. Okay, first up, picture this. You're trying to sell a micro lens for intravascular endoscopy. I mean, what even is that? It's confusing, it's technical, it tells you nothing. Now, what if you just called it the ladybug lens? Instantly, you get it. You know its size, it's familiar, it's memorable, and all that confusing jargon just melts away. That's a key visual. All right, brace yourself for this next one. Here's the before. A company is trying to explain a system that melts snow with recycled rainwater, and it uses antifreeze to clear roofs in the winter, but then it also cleans solar panels in the summer and recaptures the water. Are you lost yet? 'Cause I am. This is what happens when we try to explain something complex with a wall of text.
And now, the after. Ah, look at that sweet, sweet clarity. It's the exact same complex idea, but laid out in 4 simple steps. You get it immediately. No head scratching required. The visual does all the work. That is the power we're talking about.
So at this point you might be thinking, okay, this is amazing, but I'm not some creative genius. I can't come up with this stuff. Well, here's the best part. You don't have to be. This isn't some kind of magic trick. It's a method. In fact, our source material breaks it down into 17 repeatable patterns you can use to create your own key visual.
And we've actually already seen some of these patterns in action.
That ladybug lens? That's compare something unexpected. The snow melting system? That's visualize a complex process. But you can also do things like show a dramatic before and after, tell a whole story in one picture, or turn boring numbers into a graph you can't ignore. These are real tools, not just creative lightning strikes.
So as we start to land the plane here, there's one last really crucial question to answer. Whose job is it to come up with this brilliant 1-second message? A designer? The marketing team? And here it is. This might be the most important part of this whole explainer. The author, Toru Yuge, is crystal clear on this point. You cannot outsource this thinking. The idea for the key visual has to come from the person who understands the problem inside and out. And guess what? That person is you.
And please, don't worry about not being an artist. A messy sketch on a napkin that has a powerful, clear idea is 1,000,000 times more valuable than some beautiful, polished, super glossy image that says absolutely nothing. The concept is everything. The polish can come later.
So that's what I want to leave you with today. As you head back to your work, your ideas, your passions, ask yourself this simple but powerful question. What is your idea worth 1 second? How could you capture everything it is in one single, powerful image? Because in the world we live in now, that 1 second might be all you've got.